For the record, they could be at Disneyland every day for 20 years if they wanted to spend the money, if they're the wealth or middle class. But the whole time, the models will be made homeless because people are jealous of a model talent and lie it's not a blogger when it's a paid job through an agency for 20 years, rejecting slave trade and rejecting horror film reality shows every day for 365 days a year for 20 years. But it's really all satanic productions. So theirs is godly media, where they take pictures or selfies and they speak up for themselves with freedom of speech, and there's no threat whatsoever. So the top percentage and the government are working on getting them paid and helping them have the low rent with the 2 bedrooms for $4,500 a year when they've never been paid according to federal law by any client, and they paid 6 months or 8 months too late. So they wouldn't even have the agency rate, and so it's a major issue that it's fascist with a lot of baby boomers and silent generation. So they would have to be paid the whole time instead of being put out of a job and exploited, and there's no provision for a different job. They did 100 years in their body for 20 years, and it's 16 hours a day, Monday through Sunday, being city-based, LA or New York-based, other states, and it's city to suburbia, so it's 16 hours a day. So it's 100 years in their body for 20 years, and then it's 50 years in their body for 10 years. So they don't need surgery. If they do, they'd have to be a paid customer with the money in their bank account, and they'd have to make sure it's the right one who supports them. So they'd have to really take extra care to help them, but make sure they're never forced counseling, drug raped, kidnapped, locked up, or oppressed by any slave trade 2000 till now, because it's not at their expense. God slaves their enemies. So they have the right to be homeless unless they're paid.